Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first ever episode 32 of Attractions Magazine Expansion Drive Podcast, your weekly source for all things nerdy, video games, movies, theme parks, I said video games.
You did.
Music,
you
TV,
man.
Sometimes a little wrestling. Man, I screwed up the whole rigmarole. Man, first time. As always, I'm your host, Mike Harrigan, with my friend to the left, at Blackness Prime himself, your favorite, worst producer ever, Didi.
PUBG came out today, so I've been...
Oh my god.
You've been playing bad video games, is what you're saying.
Okay, so... Wow. Listen.
All right, we'll get back to it.
Okay, we'll get back to that.
Where's the lie?
So over to my right, returning again, Miss Brittani Tuttle.
Hello, hello.
Hello. And we haven't seen her for a couple weeks.
I know, I missed y'all.
Miss Tori Fox.
Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Shout out to Tori for getting a big girl job.
I got a big girl job.
Do you want to tell everybody where you're working?
Yeah, so I'm working at, it's called Mad Creative Fabrication. It's a fabrication shop, so they work on, it's a lot of like contracted stuff, so it could really honestly be anything. Anyone who contacts us and wants something, but it's a lot of theme park stuff, so I'm like really excited.
Very
about
awesome.
it.
Oh.
So shout out to Tori.
Shout out to Tori.
Yeah.
She's going to be too cool for this show soon.
Great. No, I love this show.
Tori, can you be on the show?
If I can make it, I'll be
Sorry,
here.
I'm sorry.
I'm making a new Star Wars land.
Oh, I'm working in
Everyone's
Star
like-
Wars Land, sponsored by
Oh my gosh,
Samsung.
no,
Oh,
no.
I'm flying out to LA to work on episode 9. Oh,
Oh, it's so boring.
it's so your
Darling.
show's darling.
So as you can see, we're at a different area this time. We're not at the office this week.
That's
not.
weird.
We're
Not
on
my
location,
usual.
ladies and gentlemen, for the
First
first time
time.
ever. We're at Gaylord Palms. They're checking out the what's it called, Didi? It's the Sounds of the Season concert series.
Season of the concert series, which has multiple, I guess, choruses from all over the local
area, yeah.
The area. Then they'll sing different songs and I guess different languages.
Yeah, and it's all
pretty
all the bunch of different cultures and whatnot from across
Yeah.
the world and whatnot. And so of course tonight the performing. Who's it tonight?
The Orlando Gay Chorus.
Awesome.
That's tonight.
Yes,
tonight.
yeah. So that's tonight. So we're gonna see that. And then what's really cool is when you buy the ticket to go see the show, you get in to see Ice as well.
For free.
Yeah.
Free 99.
Yeah.
Ice,
Well, the whole
Ice,
show, the whole
baby.
thing isn't free. But,
Yeah.
Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome if they had a big giant vanilla ice sculpture with the hair.
Would you say
Horrifying.
that we're gonna have an ice time tonight?
Off the podcast.
I'd say it's pretty chill. But of course they have two more
No
showings
way.
coming up, right?
2 more showings. One with Voctive.
Okay.
That's on the 20th of Wednesday.
That's next Wednesday.
The
next
20th
week,
of
Wednesday.
Wednesday next week. And then, oh, wow. They have the Orlando Philharmonic and the Orlando Ballet going to be here Thursday, December 21st.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Awesome.
that's sick.
Nice.
So what's
That's
really
awesome.
cool, you can watch ENL from 6 to 7.
Yes.
And then come over here at 8:15 and check out the Sounds of the Season concert series.
Or you can just have ENL in your headphones and listen.
Is that how you watch it, Didi?
Maybe.
Yeah, well, he's doing
No,
while he's
Didi
doing
doesn't
other
watch
things.
the show.
Oh, I
Are
do
you-
watch the show. Hey, I watched the Disneyland Special.
Yeah, I did watch.
Oh, you did?
I watched the special edition live from Disneyland.
The Bad Signal Disneyland edition.
Oh, you know what's funny about that? So I log on. Josh goes, "Oh, hey, it's Didi," and you're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" My whole thing restarts. I'm like, "What?"
Josh talked to me. I'm getting out of
Oh,
here.
he left.
It just no, he restarted back to the beginning. I didn't even realize it. I'm like, "Wow!" And then all of a sudden, I heard the shout out again. I'm like, "Oh, my thing restarted." Oh.
He was good for his first little hosting gig.
Yeah. We're gonna be talking about more about that topic of the show later.
It was neat though.
Yeah, it was really cool. We'll be talking about all that later.
Heard that.
Um,
I'm so
did
sorry.
Didi
So-
started this new thing where he says, heard that
in every single text.
as
Blame-
any kind of affirmation.
Blame-
Yeah.
yeah.
No. Okay.
I'm just gonna. All my texts are gonna be like the voice recordings, so you actually
just the
can
symbol
say
for the
heard
one-
that. No,
Oh,
you
you
can like
can do
actually
actual.
record your voice.
So sorry.
But as always, we're sponsored by MEI Travel, Mouseman Travel, and UniversalFanTravel.com. They're your go-to source for all things Disney,
Yes.
Universal,
Oh.
and cruises, of course.
Hey now. Yes.
They still got those awesome deals going on for the holidays. So you get buy one, get one half off your second guest. They have kids sale for less than 25% off the third and the fourth guest. And Didi, of course, they got those Deck the Holidays deals going on right now.
Deck the holidays, y'all.
No singing this week?
I'm trying to. What song should I do? Fa la 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 la, deck the holidays.
I like that.
That was
good.
That
That's
was
good. That's good.
nice. That was really nice.
So right now, you'll get up to an extra $150 to spend at sea when they sail during the holidays. So make sure to check out MEI Travel, Universal Fan Travel, and Mouse Fan Travel for all your go-to travel needs. Free quote.
Free.
Free.
99.
Free.
Are there obligations?
Free.
No
fitty.
obligations.
None.
None.
Not a Zippo.
Wow.
So just
Heard that.
heard that.
Heard that. That needs to be a new T-shirt design.
Heard
And it's just Didi going like this, doing like the Hulk Hogan gimmick.
I would still do that.
Yes, in the
Heard that,
Hulkmania
brother.
font.
Yeah.
I'll tell Josh to
Cease
work
and
on it later.
That would be awesome. Cease and desist.
So we're gonna be talking about Disneyland later, of course, Brittany.
Yes.
Anything else going on in the wonderful world of Brittany right now?
Well, I saw Coco yesterday.
How much did you cry?
I cried from a very pivotal point in the film up until the end of the film, which was about halfay through.
Yeah, it's
I
like
just
nonstop.
started just started crying. And if you guys know the point with the stairs with what Mama Imelda, where you
Mama
learn like a
Imelda.
special thing about her, it was from then until the end of the movie. I was just sobbing, but I was like sitting really still, so like I would feel Josh like look over at me, and I'm like, you can't stop him crying.
Don't look at me.
But I went to the 3D one, so I had the glasses on, so I was safe. He didn't know.
That's good.
Were they fogging up at all?
No, I was just like, I was like shaking from trying to hold it.
I'm sure you were
into my-
sniffling too. You're like,
Was there a difference from was that your first or second time watching it?
That was my first time seeing
Is it good in 3D?
Yes. Very cool.
It's a very
Though I
visually
don't think it
beautiful.
adds or
Really?
subtracts
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
anything.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel about 3D movies in general. I don't
Yeah.
really
It's the same
feel
way
like
I am.
it takes away from anything if you don't see it in 3D.
Yeah.
However, I feel like 40X it probably would have been cool.
Coco and 40X.
Remember me. Remember.
There's your gift for the week, you guys.
oh my god, no.
Let's see, Tori. What about you? Besides getting this awesome new job, anything else going on?
Please tell us.
I'm trying
I
to.
really want her to have like one of the
Hey.
stick cigarette things,
I
like
really-
Sprella DeVille style.
You know what?
Darling.
I can so see it like
Yes.
Zsa Zsa Gabor right here. Just dressed as wear the what do you call the boas?
Yeah.
Feathered boa,
Oh.
long dress. Just
Darling.
Darling.
You make me think of that Anastasia.
Grandma is me.
Grandma.
Anastasia.
yeah, but not too much. I'm just pretty excited. I'm gearing up for Star Wars like everyone else. I did
Yeah.
Road Star Tours. Cried a lot with
The
the
new
new
Star Tours.
sequences. And I'm making my dress for the premiere. So let's hope I make it in time.
I'm
need to
going
do
to skip
that.
you real quick. No. I was going to say, I almost, I was this close to hitting buy. I almost bought a Jedi costume yesterday.
Stop.
Almost.
I might buy that dark
should've
ray
done
cardigan and
that.
the scarf.
Well, it was,
Real talk.
it's one of the Amazon ones. It's not like, legit or whatever. It was,
So-
but it was like $80 and all the reviews were actually really high. I'm like, I want this.
Yeah, but
really
you're
bad.
gonna have
I
like
want
the
this
boot
really bad.
flaps that like flip up over your shoes.
No.
that, like, you can see your
It's a
shoe.
legit. It's like a legit
it's
thing.
legit?
Yeah, it's not like
Okay.
a costume thing. It's like a legit,
That's-
Jedi thing.
Buy it.
Um,
Buy it right now.
I was really close.
So
Wait, when are
would
you
you have
going
gone
to
to?
Well, I got invited into
Oh,
the
that's
Parks Block thing
right.
Thursday, and then Frock and I are supposed to go Friday morning, and then I'm taking the kids Saturday morning.
Nice.
Because Frocka, I bought it, all of us to go Saturday, but of course Frocka, she started working, and I bought them months ago.
Well,
so
yeah,
it's just
of
me and the
course.
kids, and then hopefully some other loser, is getting off, so he can actually go opening weekend.
I'm hoping, but some.
Will it
I
into
mean, but it's
existence.
opening weekend. They
I am.
they
You're right.
literally have showings at like 3 a.m. So you don't have an excuse.
I'm going to one at 1:30.
I may have
Yeah.
to.
in the morning
But he
because I didn't get into the Disney Parks blog meetup because Josh was the one who signed us up, and
It's too slow. It's too
someone
slow.
doesn't have
Too
internet.
Too slow. It's too slow. Too slow.
He signed up like 2 minutes after it opened.
Yeah, it was gone in like what 5 minutes, if that. It was gone super fast.
Wow.
Didi, anything going on with you, sir? Except for PUBG now, apparently.
I work a
Game
lot.
You ragged on.
That's my life. Working 60 hours a week.
I feel that.
Jeez.
Heard that.
Oh boy, I've created monsters.
Oh, yeah.
Monsters. But yeah, no, nothing really. Just yeah, nothing. Well, honestly,
Well, we both did something, not on the same day, but we went and saw Kurt Russell.
oh dude. Okay, so Okay, so
First
I was
off,
okay.
no, well, let me first say
Wait,
that.
did you wait? You saw Kurt Russell too?
No, I canceled my reservation.
Oh, yeah. I was actually wondering about that. I didn't see you post, so I was like,
Because you were supposed to
Yeah.
go Saturday, right?
No, we were supposed to go Monday,
Oh.
and then we talked about it, and we were like, "Oh, it's an $80 meal." We
Oh,
just
that's how
did
much it
that.
was.
But the meal, it's like a 3-course
It's
meal, right?
$80 with like tip.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we were like, we just did this twice, like a week ago. It's a lot of money.
I did it for free.
I did it for free too.
I did
yeah, but
wait in
you,
line. all
at
day.
what cost?
Well, it was
you
so
waited
funny.
all day.
I got in line at 11. I'm not gonna lie. I waited there in front of the American Pavilion at 11 a.m. and the kids they went and rode everything, and I sat there right in front playing my Switch. I was sitting there playing Rocket League, for a few hours. Played some WWE Supercard. I was mad content because it was nice weather. It was totally fine. I had food in my bag. And it was like, what time did you get here? 11 a.m. Oh my God! I was like, it's not a big deal.
Did
I'm a,
people-
pass
It's actually
holder.
really
It's-
not that big of a deal. But
People
I got
get
to see
mad
Kurt Russell.
when like the kids came back to join you.
No, because like everybody that was like right around us, the kids kept coming back
Yeah.
back and forth, or whatever.
also,
So
it's
I know
the
people
children.
get salty about
Don't
that
be mad
too.
about the
Well,
children.
But
the
it is
crazy thing,
Disney folk.
and
Yeah,
Didi had the
that's
same
true.
exact experience where the dining plan, holy crap,
Wow,
it, like seriously, the standby was only the last 3 rows. Yeah,
legit.
the last
Not-
3 rows.
And I'm not even kidding. Not even like rows. The benches, like spot benches, the handicap benches. So
Yeah.
it's like one like on one side. So if we're looking at a clock, say Kurt Russell's 12 o'clock, you're looking at one at like 6 o'clock, one at 7 o'clock, and one at like 5 o'clock.
So wait, so that
3
was you
rows.
though? Was a standby?
Yeah, I got into the first show, and that's where everybody's like, "Well, why don't you just like come back later and watch?" And it was like, "No, I want to be able to go do stuff afterwards." So it was fine with me. I was like, I got to see my favorite Christmas show out of all the parks. Was the Candlelight Processional every single year. It's absolutely freaking amazing, and I got to see Kurt Russell. I mean, he's a beautiful man, and that voice is so soothing. It's just
That
like,
hair
oh.
though.
But
Yeah, no,
That's
he
what
was
I was-
rocking
I
the
was-
ego hair.
Yeah.
The ego
forever.
hair.
I was so worried that he wasn't going to have it, and I was
And
like,
the
"Oh, he probably cut it."
beard.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
got the beard, and he
he
was so into it. I don't know if like he was the night that
he was
you
he,
went saw it.
he was
but-
pretty into it. Well, he wasn't like he was into it when that one song where they're like,
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
jingle,
yeah,
that jingle.
yeah,
He started like, and then we're like, everyone's like, ah! But it's funny. There's a couple things I found pretty funny. During the thing, while he's going, you heard this little kid go, "Look, mommy, that's the bad guy from the movie." That's actually very funny.
Did he address it?
No, he didn't.
Oh, have you seen that meme where it's a picture of him as the dad from Sky High, and then it's the picture of him as Ego, and it's like you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself
Very
become
funny.
the villain.
By the way,
Incredible.
when they announce like what movies he's been in, they say Sky High.
God
they didn't do-
bless.
'cause I was hoping-
Oh my God.
Because
yes.
I was really hoping they were gonna say today's the person from Candlelight is Kurt Russell in movies from
Tango.
Roadhouse,
You can
Tango
also
and
see
Cash,
him in
Big Trouble in Little China,
Overboard.
very
Overboard,
random.
the
movies.
last written words that Walt Disney wrote before he died.
Captain Ron.
as seen on TBS every single Saturday at 2:05 p.m. Overboard. But God, it was so good. I love the Candlelight
It was
Processional.
alright.
I definitely wanted to go see it again before the end of the holidays. You don't like it that much?
No,
Oh,
I just
really?
wanted to see Kurt Russell.
Kurt
I was
Russell.
like, oh, Kurt
See, it's
Russell's
like,
cool.
I'm not the most religious person, but just man, I love that
Honestly,
music.
I've
And there's
never seen it.
really,
Really?
Oh,
you
yeah.
should
I
go
think
with
yeah, I
this.
think you
Here's
should
my
see
thing:
at
is
least
it's so
once.
crazy. Like I always hear how crazy it is
It-
because
it
people like
is.
super care about the celebrities, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but
Yeah.
like me personally, I'm just like I just want to see. I mean,
Yeah.
I do have to say Matt Bomer's pretty great. So
There were dealers waiting for Kurt Russell.
Are you
Like
serious?
a lot of the people that used to go to the TNA shows back in the day,
Yeah.
the same kids that wait at the the airports and whatnot. They're waiting like right there that elephant door area, like where some of the characters.
oh, what to
sometimes
try
come
and
out.
get like
they're trying to
an
get autographs
autograph?
or whatever.
See, if there was a chance that I would have gotten an autograph from Kurt Russell, I absolutely would have gone because I want him to sign a Sky High picture because I have Bruce Campbell's.
You know, they have Sky High and Disney Movie Magic at Hollywood Studios.
I actually
I did
didn't
see
know
that.
that.
I didn't know
only
that until
seen-
yesterday.
I've only seen 5 seconds of it, and it's the Tron part.
Mm.
I happened to
Yeah,
be
we
walking
talked about
by
that,
during
yeah.
the Tron part.
You need to watch it. It's good stuff. I wish that they would make it a full-fledged like fireworks spectacular to replace Star Wars if that ever goes away.
But we're
How
not
dare
going to
you.
ever
How
dare
replace
you.
Star
no,
Wars.
How dare you.
So
that
I
whole
need
part
you
don't need to be Star
stop.
Wars.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it
Just make
does.
Star Wars.
Honestly, at
Star
this
Wars.
point, just
Thank
make
you,
it a Star Wars
Thank
park.
you, Brittany.
Star Wars. Just make it Star
Thank you,
Wars.
Star Wars. What about Mr. Destroy Everything? Come on. Making a Star
No,
Wars.
that's me. I destroy
He
everything.
destroys everything.
Didi's
I
like,
feel
no,
like he's
save
normally
everything.
on board with you.
Except
a
for
lot of the time.
Fantasmic last week. You're like, yeah, destroy Fantasmic.
Yeah, get rid of Fantastic.
Shut
No,
your
Listen,
mouth.
I
Okay,
love
it needs an
Fantastic.
update, but I don't say destroy it.
Get
It
rid
needs
of
an update, not destroyed. No.
Disneyland.
We need Disneyland's level of update, but instead of
Absolutely.
a dragon scene, we need an animatronic Chernabog. That was my theory last week that we talked about. Animatronic Chernabog that comes out of the top of the mountain.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, it does.
Are they ever going to make that movie?
What movie?
There was like a really heavily rumored thing that they were going to have. It was going to be inspired by the story that Chernabog was a part of. I can't remember the specific name of the story.
Yeah.
But there was supposed to be a movie they were talking about making. Sorry.
I don't know.
Random tidbit.
Very educational.
Let's get into the news.
Yeah.
Oh, Didi's not ready.
Bro, I was so ready.
Bro.
I was.
Bro,
I heard
no,
that.
Not ready.
Wow.
Heard that.
Oh, we heard that. It's news time. It's gonna be quick though.
It is.
We don't have a whole lot of time. We got
So we have 6 items on the list, but we're not going to talk too much about it.
not a baker's dozen.
Not a baker's dozen. So number 1,
Baker's half dozen.
the Disney's Fox deal could reportedly close this week.
Woo.
Disney could reportedly
also
complete
weird.
its purchase of 21st Century Fox's movie and television production operations as soon as this week. CNBC reports that the deal is moving closer to being finalized, with a possible announcement coming this Thursday.
Oh, man.
Comcast reportedly dropped its bid for Fox on Monday, with Disney now being the sole suitor. The deal is said to be worth over $60 billion, but the exact amount is still unknown.
All of the money.
I'm excited, but like also we're taking over the world. But also
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, that's the same way. We talked about that last week a little bit, but it's exciting, as a nerd, for all this Marvel, stuff or whatever.
There's like heavy speculation.
Like, what is going on?
I heard this theory the other day and I'm really excited about it. There's heavy speculation that the reason they split.
I was like, are we supposed to hold hands? I don't
No,
know.
I
was
thought
just
you were showing off your
listen,
engagement ring.
listen.
On
I
the
don't
right
have an
hand?
engagement ring. Leave me alone.
On the right hand?
Look,
Listen.
there's heavy speculation that the reason they split Infinity War and are like spacing it out more is because they might have been anticipating this deal and they might introduce something that
hold
they
on.
earn from this deal
They
into
you
Infinity
imagine?
War Part 2.
Infinity War is 2 parts.
It was
Yes.
supposed to be 2 different movies, like specifically. It was going to be Infinity War Part 1 and Infinity War Part 2.
Now it's Infinity War and Untitled Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Phase 3
splitting
film
Yeah.
part
things.
2 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, so
That could be a good theory.
Hugh Jackman.
it makes me excited,
Hugh
but I also
Jackman.
don't want them to just throw stuff in. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of a. But yeah, oh my gosh, that'd be the number one person that I'd want to see that like the X-Men have arrived if Hugh Jackman
He
shows
said
up.
he would come back
Yeah,
if
that's-
they
He said he would
got
do it. He
involved.
said he'd do it.
So
What-
Banks, don't crush my
Wait, talking
dreams.
about Banks.
He released a statement saying, as much as I've said I would, like, it's time for me to step back.
No.
What if he's
Stop it.
lying?
Look at Banks.
He's
here.
lying.
What if he's
lying.
lying?
Thank you, Banks. You just ruined lives.
Just like the theory that I
Well,
think
what if
Ryan
he's lying?
Johnson's
Heard that.
lying about a character in Last Jedi too.
Oh, I don't know
Mandalore?
this theory.
Well, no. Everybody keeps talking about how like Lando is not in the movie. I still think he's in the movie
I agree.
I'm telling you.
because he keeps talking way too much about it. No, it didn't happen. As much as I wanted it to happen.
I'm telling you that I can't think of the name of the planet right now. The casino planet.
Yeah,
Canto
yeah, yeah.
Bight. Bite. I'm telling you, that's like the perfect place for Lando
Yeah.
Calrissian to be.
Yeah.
And I just want like
It's
a
very
2
Mass
second.
Effect 2, where what's her name is, covering
Omega.
or Omega, yeah, Omega.
I just want
yeah.
a 2-second thing where he's like, "Sorry to hear about Han Solo. Move on."
Yeah, something. Yeah,
Like that's all I want.
Just a quick little quip. But when's Watto coming in? That's what I want to know.
Oh my god.
So number 2, speaking of Star Wars, the first reviews are coming in, and they're pretty positive.
is that
I
the
didn't
end
write
of the
anything
topic?
else. I don't. No, that's all I really want to say. It's just that because I know Didi doesn't want to know anything about it.
Me neither.
I don't want to know anything about it. I seriously just went to IGN today to see what score they gave it. I'm like, wow, these pretty positive reviews overall.
What was the score?
Didi does not want to know.
No.
Well, can he take his headphones out and plug his ears for 2 seconds so you can tell her?
You guys are jerks.
Well, you told me.
Oh.
I feel bad she doesn't know.
It's a 9.7 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
All right, you're good. You're good. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm still hoping that my hype isn't too high. But I still
The
think
hype is
it's
never
gonna
too
be
Ready
high.
for
good.
the hype. I'm ready.
The hype
I'm
is
ready.
never too high.
Didi, what are you thinking? Is this gonna be as good as everybody's hoping it's gonna be?
I'm one of those people that doesn't really fall for the hype. I think the hype.
You're such
I'm
a
sorry.
negative
No, that's good. I mean,
Nancy.
I'm one of those people. If you hype it up too much, it's gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
it was alright.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm sorry.
You're the worst.
No,
Sorry.
I feed off of the hype.
No, it's like
My hype
when everyone says,
increases.
"Oh, Coco's so sad." Another movie, everyone was like, "Oh, it's so sad." Big Hero 6. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's so sad." I was like, "Where's the part you're supposed to cry?"
Big Hero 6 was sad.
I did not cry. I did not
cried.
cry at all during Big Hero 6. I'm like,
I cried at the beginning when the,
See,
the
like,
thing
other
happened.
people's hype gets me hyped.
I
That's
don't
why I
feel a
love
heartbeat.
going to like the late night
Coco.
premieres of stuff.
I didn't cry during Coco.
Boy,
I didn't cry during
seeing
Coco.
Excited nerds is my favorite.
Yeah, I
Because it
kind of
makes
miss.
me
I kind of miss the classic midnight premiere. The last one I went to, I'm pretty sure was like the last Hobbit movie, and that was like when it first started
Oh, yeah,
to
I
be that they
remember that.
did 7 p.m.s, and we got there at 12, and no one was there because everyone went at 7, and I was like,
So the last movie I remember seeing with Didi, we lost our GD minds, and it was Power Rangers.
Oh my God!
we
didn't
were
care.
jumping up and yelling and screaming, and it
when
was
at midnight.
Wasn't that
no.
movie-
No.
This
no,
was
no.
a 10 a.m. show.
This was a 10 a.m. show. The theater was packed.
Yeah.
And I think even the kids were just like,
What is going
Well,
on? Like as soon as
stop
like
it,
Rita
like-
Repulsa goes like, "Make my monster grow," Dina, yeah! Oh, it was so good.
But
So
also
good.
when they played the jingle, you know.
oh, and then when they
that's
showed
right.
Tommy and Kimberly, we lost our minds.
Oh my god,
Yes.
we lost.
Yes.
I haven't watched that movie since it came to Blu-ray. I want to see if I can watch it.
Don't you have it?
No, I actually don't have it. No.
Thought you got it.
So number 3, the Game Awards happened last
Yay.
week. It was a really good show. It was really. Did you watch it?
I did watch it. It was a good show. I thought there was a little too much
Ad
long
stuff on there?
ad stuff,
They-
trailers and stuff like that. But,
Really? Oh, sorry. I liked all the trailers.
oh,
and
that
whatnot.
Death Stranding trailer was brutal to watch.
Death Stranding.
All right, no, I
Was
see.
it
I'm,
boring?
I'm,
Trailer
I'm the
came
exact
out
opposite.
during
No,
Death-
I know. Yeah,
Death
I'm
Stranding.
saying,
You
are
knew
you guys
it
talking
was,
about that?
Yeah, Death Stranding was going to be. Once you heard it was going to be there, you knew it was going to be this long Hideo Kojima style. See, and I'm all
Incredible.
about it.
It's
Like a
so
7-minute long trailer. I absolutely loved it. It was absolutely amazing for me. I still know nothing about the gameplay, but I'm so intrigued by this weird storyline where there's a baby and there's like hidden mysterious people and then floating up in the air and the baby's down what's his name's throat and like what is happening, but I want to play this so
It's so like Alien Prometheus like.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's
it's very David Lynch,
It looks
I
so
may
good.
say.
Good.
Count me out.
But of course
Didi.
No, Metal Gear Solid is very Twin Peaks-ish.
it is, yeah, very much is.
If you or if Josh ever play Metal Gear Solid, please tell me what's going on because I can't. I still to this day don't know what's going on.
But a couple cool announcements came out from it. So Bayonetta 1 and 2
Oh my god!
was announced as being remastered and coming to the Switch, which I've never played either one
Phenomenal.
of them. So I'm excited to play it. And then, of course, they announced Part 3 is coming as
Oh
well.
my God.
To all the consoles.
I'm so excited.
A Way Out, which is the not sequel, but the next game from the guys who made Brothers.
Oh, yes.
It's ones where you control 2 different characters with 2 different sticks at the same time or whatever. It's basically like a prison escape, right?
yeah, the prison escape, and then you have to survive basically.
But what's really cool is that you have to play this game co-op. You can't play it by yourself.
yeah,
So when you buy the game, you actually get a code to give it to somebody else to play with you.
yeah.
That's cool.
awesome. I love
did
that.
you?
Yes, the guy lost his mind, the guy who created it, and said, F the Oscars, this show is amazing.
And he basically said, "Screw you, EA."
No, he did not say that. He said
didn't-
EA screwed up on a bunch of the microtransactions, but EA has been good to him, and that's what he cares about.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay.
And he said publishers sometimes screw up, but EA's been good to him. From Software, they're the guys who created
The Bloodborne series.
yeah, Bloodborne, and what's the other one?
Dark Souls.
Dark
but,
Souls.
But they said that the guy who directed both those games says he didn't want to do another Bloodborne or Dark Souls game.
I hope it's Bloodborne, because Bloodborne, as hard as it is, was one of my favorite games when it came out. It's the aesthetic of it all is just so it's so good.
Do you think they would do it without him? Because they have the licensing.
Yeah,
to
they
do
have the
it.
license. Why not?
Heard that.
Why not? God, I heard that. And then of course, we talked about Death Stranding, and then of course, their big announcement, of course, was the Zelda stuff coming out. So that
Day
night,
of.
which was Thursday night, was when the ballads the songs of the ballad, or
The
no?
Champions Ballad.
Champions Ballad
But
DLC came out.
I tried to download that when they announced it,
Motorcycle.
Yeah,
and the servers crashed.
yeah, I saw that too. I didn't
I was
download
like,
mine until the next day. I still haven't played it, but yeah, if you beat everything in the Champions Ballad, you get this crazy looking
dope
motorcycle.
It's like a
Cycle.
unicorn motorcycle,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
amazing.
And of course, that won their Game of the Year.
and best and a lot of awards. That and Cuphead were the big winners.
Yeah, I thought
Cuphead
so
won,
too.
won a lot of stuff.
I was
too.
surprised Horizon didn't get anything.
They
It's
didn't-
not that I know of.
They didn't win best action game.
No, that was
Wolfenstein.
No,
Wolfenstein 2
Was it
won best.
Wolfenstein?
Yeah,
Okay.
Wolfenstein 2 won best. I think they won something, but it wasn't nothing like crazy.
The one that I actually forgot to write this down,
Best
but
sound.
Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade.
Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice was
It
best sound.
won like best game with a voice or like with a
Best voice actress, the best voice.
well no. It was like best game with like a voice behind it, like saying like it had a message to send. So it was talking about like people with schizophrenia and
yes.
stuff.
That's cool.
And then the actress won for best performance, which it was crazy because they announced that, or she announced that this is her first ever acting gig, and that she's really an editor with the developer.
Yeah.
So I'm
She
like,
w-
this is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I went home immediately. Well, I was home already. I bought the game right then and there.
Phenomenal game.
I played through the first part of the level, and
Yes.
it's absolutely insane. If I think if I would have played through this before we talked about our games of the year, it would have been on my top 5. And just playing that little bit of it. When you're playing with headphones, you seriously feel like you're schizophrenic. You hear voices, and then of course the headphones that I play with, they're surround sound.
Yeah.
So it feels like they're whispering
10
here,
feet
or they're
away,
whispering
or-
there, or there's a guy over here, and this and that. Oh my god, it's so
so
good.
great. It's crazy. But yeah, I had to play in I told him I could only play in increments, like 20, 30-minute increments, because it starts messing with your
Yeah.
head, and I just like I gotta
Yeah.
turn this off.
Oh, it's so good though, and it's on Steam too. So if you're a computer player, you can
Heard
play it
that.
off there too.
It's on sale.
If I heard that one more time, I swear
I'm
to
so
God.
sorry.
Heard that.
So next story, Brittany, I think you wrote this.
I did write this today.
Celebrate New Year's Eve at the Edison's grand opening gala. So ring into 2018 in Disney Springs as they host a roaring grand opening gala for the Edison on New Year's Eve. Taking the location's industrial Gothic style, crave satisfying food. Well, that's good writing. Did you write that yourself? All right, so good. You should write or something, I guess. And cocktails, of course, along with its lineup of entertainment as you experience the Edison's first night of operation. It's like the actual first night.
It's the actual first night because it was supposed to open last year, and then it got pushed back to this fall, and then it got pushed even further back to New Year's Eve, and now they're really trying to stick to this New Year's Eve thing.
That's crazy.
Let's do
so
it.
the doors to the Edison will open at 7:30 p.m., giving visitors plenty of time to eat, drink, and be merry before counting down to midnight and celebrating the new year with a special midnight toast. As fully immersive dining experience, the Edison features many themed areas for guests to explore, including the Lab Performance Space, Telegraph Lounge, the Tesla Lounge, the Ember Parlor, the Patent Office, the Radio Room, and the Waterfront Patio. That's a lot of areas. The tickets for the Edison's New Year Eve grand opening, Didi, you're saying let's do it, are $150 each.
Still want to do it?
With a limited amount available for purchase. The ticket includes a tray passed hors d'oeuvres, live action food stations, and a selection of wine, beer, and spirits until 8 p.m. from 8 p.m. until midnight. The ticket price also includes a selection of coffee, desserts, and celebratory midnight toast to start off 2018 with a bang. The event is for guests aged 21 and older, of course, and guests are asked to abide by the Edison's dress code. Men must wear slacks, jeans, or dress shorts. No baseball caps, flip-flops, or sleeveless shirts will be permitted. Jackets are also optional.
I love that they have a dress code.
I do too.
Because I read that and I was like, oh my God.
I
That's
hate
so
it like
cool.
when you go to a place and like you're a bum. What are you doing? Like you obviously
Especially, yeah. Especially, and I mean, like, I get it, you're on vacation, but I can't, like, eating at, like, really nice places, and you're like,
Yeah.
why are you not, like, at least kind
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
like, to, like, wear, like, something nice.
something.
Like, kind of
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Like, not
Even just jeans and a button or a
basketball
polo
shorts,
shirt.
yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, I experienced that. We'll talk about this more with Tots, but like when Josh and I went to Carthay Circle, there were kids in like flip flops and pajamas, and we were like dressed nicely for it. And there were people in like polo shirts and jeans and like just.
Yeah, when I ate there, it was the same story, and I was like,
And I was like,
What
this
is
is one of
going
the
on?
nicest places
Yeah.
I've
It's
ever
like
eaten,
it's-
and you should dress appropriate. There's literally a Club 33 dining room in here. You should dress appropriately.
Yep.
Like it's like when you go to City Walk, granted you're partying, but like when you go to like say like Bob Marley's or even like the Groove, you just see you see everyone dressed halfway decently nice, and then you see like the tourists wearing flip flops or Crocs, and I'm like, oh my
Wearing
god,
their
Rocks,
Stop.
the
Stop.
ultimate dancing shoes.
Same thing happened with Party for the Senses. I like it's not like
Same,
it's not
yes.
super bougie, but it's like at least if you're going there, I think you should be prepared that you're going to an event like that. At least dress like semi nice. Like I wore slacks, a tie, a button up shirt. It was just like, come on, I'm going. I'm feeling fancy.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think I've actually seen you guys since I went to Party for the Senses, but amazing. Had the best time of my life. Absolutely going back. But yeah, I got like really nice. I was wearing like little heels.
Did you go
nothing
this year?
crazy. Yeah, I
Oh, it
went.
was
I
amazing.
went
I love that
like
place.
2 weekends ago, 3 weekends ago.
Oh, wow.
Maybe like 4 weekends ago. It's been a really long time since I've seen you guys.
So what was
But
that?
yeah, I went with
The
Justin and
last
his
weekend
family.
of Food and Wine or whatever?
Yeah, it was the very last one. Yeah, and it was so great. But there were people that were literally wearing like sneakers, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I saw people in there with like shorts and t-shirt, and it's like, ugh.
It's like if you're gonna spend that much money on a
Exactly,
meal
you're
or
spending so
anything
much
else,
money.
you
Yeah.
need to dress
Yeah.
appropriately.
So where is the
So-
Edison?
The Edison is
Like right across the
it's like-
bridge from
yeah.
like where the pretzel place is.
Before
Yeah.
Paradiso 37.
and it's
Yeah.
right next to the Art Deco building. It's got the big tower.
Where like BET and Adventure
it's right
Club
across
used to
from
be.
like STK.
Rest
isn't
in peace, Adventure Club.
Oh, they're
Miss
gonna say
you so
BET. I actually like.
I mean,
I'm really
I
stoked
couldn't
for
go
the
in there. That was the only places they let kids into. My mom took
Oh,
me
that's
when I
right.
was in
Yeah,
middle
yeah, I
school right
forgot,
before
yeah.
they closed.
Oh, God, I
so
forgot.
I'm
we're
really
old.
stoked for the Edison
Forgot
though,
we're
so bring it on.
Yeah, actually, it looks really cool. I can't wait to check it out. It's very Bioshocky.
Yes.
yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
So Didi, this one's for you, buddy.
I also
Number
wrote
5.
this one.
All new bird show featuring Russell, Doug from Up, replacing Flights of Wonder in 2018.
Ooh.
As part of the 12 Days of Disney Parks Christmas, the Disney Parks blog announced this morning, this was yesterday, right?
Yes.
That an all-new bird show is coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom in 2018 to replace the Flights of Wonder and will feature Doug and Russell from Disney Pixar's Up. Just in time for the park's 20th anniversary, the new show will give guests the chance to see senior wilderness explorer Russell and his canine companion Doug discover bird species from around the world in the Caravan Theater in Anandapur.
Anandapur.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there you go. I read a lot. As part of the preparations for the new show, Flights of Wonder will hold its final performance in Animal Kingdom on December 31st, 2017. The guests will have until the end of the month to see the current bird show for the last time in the Caravan Theater. The new show is expected to open in spring 2018.
No.
Didi?
Your thoughts?
I'm not about this life.
I actually really like Flights of
I love Flights of Wonder.
Flights of Wonder.
It felt very educational.
And I love the character that's doing the tour.
Yeah.
And he freaks out about the birds or whatever. I
What was
always
his
get the same guy too.
Same guy.
Every single time.
I think his name's like Frank or something.
I don't
like that.
remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was awesome.
It's a good
And
one.
he always had the little flag. That was funny.
I think it's cool that they're starting to introduce IPs into Asia and the Anandapur area because they don't have any.
Yeah.
But I worry about the unpredictability of having costume characters around these animals, if it'll like freak them out or something.
I did not even think about that.
Yeah, to me, honestly, thinking about it, I feel like it's gonna look really weird. Like visually, it's just gonna
Yeah.
be weird.
Well, I wonder if they'll just come out
Unless
and like
they train
introduce
with
stuff.
the costumes or something.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I was thinking like maybe they have like some other wilderness explorer with them, and like they'll go talk blah blah blah, and then they'll go off to the side. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never even thought about that. So number 6, this is the last one, but we'll,
It's a
we'll
long one.
Well, I put up the whole entire thing, but I'm just gonna kind of go
Cliff
through it a little bit.
notes.
So the full details released for the Star Wars Galactic Nights party this Saturday, December 16th. So Galaxy Far, Far Away is returning this week to a movie theater near you, and fans can celebrate the release of The Last Jedi with full details from Star Wars Galactic Nights Party coming to Hollywood Studios on December 16th. Let's see here. So Star Wars guests from 7 p.m. to midnight after regular park hours operating on December 16th, they will experience a Hollywood-style party where guests of all ages are encouraged to wear Star Wars-themed costumes and attire, normally restricted to kids under 14. Walk a premiere-style red carpet and enjoy the universe of interactive event entertainment, including a themed scavenger hunts and saga-themed projection shows, along with many of the park's regular attractions. So let's see here. Warwick Davis is hosting the event. And of course, Rock and Roller Coaster is going to have the songs replaced with the Saga cinematic soundtrack. Star Tours. Let's see what else. Let's go through here. So they're going to host a panel inside Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, a one-night-only panel discussion preview of the upcoming Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Nothing, Didi? Really? Sponsored by Samsung? Nothing?
Sponsored by Samsung.
Theme park lands hosted by David Collins with Scott Trowbridge, portfolio creative executive at Walt Disney Imagineering, Robin Reardon, executive creative producer at Walt Disney Imagineering, Chris Beatty, executive creative director at Walt Disney Imagineering, and Doug Chiang, VP creative director at Lucasfilm. This event will take place in the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Theater, so there's going to be plenty of room for everybody, and they're going to have their shows at 8:10, 9:10, 10:10, and 11:10. So plenty of times to see the shows. Let's see here. We got video projections on Star Wars of Star Wars film moments on the Tower of Terror exterior. So I'm sure Banks is loving that idea. No, he's okay. He's okay. Especially food and beverage, of course. Star Wars inspired treats include lightsaber churros. They've done those before.
Yes.
Especially cupcakes, of course, and event exclusive dishes. Of course, the food is not included with the ticket price, so it's going to be special, or you have to pay extra for that. But of course, they have the Galactic tasting and viewing package, and that's $30 per person, which includes up to 5 food and/or beverage samples from tasting stations throughout the park. And then they also comes with reserved seating to the 9:10 and 10:10 show for the little.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it came with reserved seating.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't realize
actually
either.
a good deal for $30. If it was just the food, I'd be like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, the seating makes
the
it better.
seating perks it up a little bit.
The weird one, I thought Skywalker Vineyards will conduct seminars on the winemaking process.
Yeah, the wine they sell that wine at
No,
Launch
no.
Bay.
I just think, as Star Wars fans, do I really want to learn about winemaking?
Do you want to drink
I mean,
Star
if you're
Wars wine?
classy Star Wars fan, maybe.
Well, yes.
I was waiting for
yes.
Disneyland.
What?
So of course, the Star Wars Galactic Spectacular is coming back. That's the big, awesome the fireworks show at the end of the night. They're going to do the Imperial March as always, Galaxy Far Far Away, and then of course Trials of the Temple. In addition, DJ will hold the dance party all night at the Rebel base in front of the Chinese Theater, which I'm sure will be DJ Elliott. Hopefully, it'll be Lobot again. Because remember we used to do that over at Star Wars weekends? He used to dress as Lobot.
Oh, yeah.
And of
like,
course, photo opportunities. These are the thing. This is like the main part that I'd actually want to go to this for. So it's Star Wars Launch Bay, Darth Vader, Chewbacca, Kylo Ren, BB-8, and Rey.
I want unmasked Kylo Ren.
But he'd have to be a what you
He'd
call
have
it?
to be face approved.
Yeah.
I know, but
Ain't gonna happen. Not
what?
gonna happen.
Thanks.
I'm not saying it is going to happen, but the last Galactic Nights, they had an unmasked Seventh Sister, so they're willing to unmask a character just for this event.
Yeah, but with the
I-
Seventh Sister is makeup though.
Yeah.
You'd have to have someone that looks like Adam Driver,
I'm
and then
fine
you're
with
and then you're
that.
paying him equity.
I mean, look at Star-Lord. None of them look like Chris Pratt, so...
Actually, I
that.
disagree with that. There's like one that's really.
Out of the 12.
I got him. So
Over at Sunset Showcase, they're gonna have
Sunset
that's
Showcase.
yeah.
Sunset
Showcase. There's a lot of S's in this one. Sunset
oh, the seventh
Showcase.
sister.
Seven Sisters. Stop banging on the table, Banks.
I'm
I
not-
know. I'm making a joke
He's
because he
making
kept
a
banging.
joke.
Oh, does
on
he
the
do
table.
that? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was excited about the seventh sister. You know what?
She was getting hype, right?
Woo!
Flip the table.
Over at Star Tours, they have the Imperial Stormtroopers. At Animation Courtyard, they have the AWR Troopers.
Yes.
Is that the Death Troopers?
The Death Troopers.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, 'cause they don't call
And
them
that
Death
is
Troopers
really
there.
exciting.
The Commissary Lane, Mickey and Minnie Mouse. I assume they're probably going to be Jedi and Leia.
That would be the first time that they pulled out those costumes since Star Wars Weekends.
I actually
right?
don't think so.
Yeah,
no, I
that-
actually don't
yeah,
think
it
that they're going to be
doesn't
Jedi
say.
though, because look, if you keep going
Yeah, it's the
down,
rest of the
Olaf, Buzz
regular-
Lightyear, and Woody, that's all
God, I
regular
really hope
characters.
it's the Jedi
Mickey
ones.
and Minnie on Commissary Lane, that's the area where they regularly meet.
I still
so
hope it's the Jedi
I don't
ones.
think it's.
Oh,
I don't think
God.
so.
And then, of course, they have really cool backdrops this year. So they have Luke's hut near the Rebel base, Death Star Emperor's throne room, Batu, which is, of course, the new area over where Star Wars Land is going to be, Jeddah. They're going to have a U-Wing and K2.
I know. I really want to picture with you. So.
They're gonna have the Sith Temple, the Wampa Cave. What the heck is the Lugga Beast? Oh, is that the big, pig-looking guy? And then they're gonna have a Rancor over in Tatooine. There's some cool stuff. Of course, they have the commemorative merchandise they can get only there. Guests at Galactic Nights can also be the first Disney Parks visitors to purchase shirts promoting Solo, a Star Wars story. And 25% of this retail price will be donated to UNICEF, and they do that every year, which is really cool.
Yeah, I always get that.
Yeah.
It's a good shirt.
Also, anyone at the event who brings proof of purchase, electronic or printed, to the opening weekend to a showing of Star Wars The Last Jedi on December 14th through the 17th, the Disney Junior Live Stage Theater gets a free commemorative Christmas tree ornament, one per person.
That's kind of
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Wow.
If I had the extra
okay.
money, I would probably go. I'm not going to lie. But I still can't justify $130 to go right now just because of Christmas and everything else.
It's hard for me to even justify like the discounted price too, just because I would want to spend the $30 on the dining, like
Yeah.
the food thing, because it's just easier than having to shell out $5 for every plate.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just bitter because where's my Star Wars weekends?
Yeah.
But it's
And
fine.
I
Star Wars
would
weekend.
want to meet more characters. I would want some more exclusive stuff. I would want
Yeah.
more celebrities,
To
like
be-
a celebrity panel, and it's just
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, character wise, it's really not a lot. And that was my complaint with the Force Awakens event. Like they had it was literally like you can meet Chewbacca and Kylo Ren in the launch bay. Like
But you could take a picture with stationary BB-8.
Yeah, and that was an experience, I'll tell you. That was an experience. I did get a picture with them, and it was great, but...
Yay. All right, well, that's it for my news. Didi, do you have anything?
Get high news.
Come on, man. This is going to be a quick Get By News.
Get pie news?
You didn't even
Get
say it, right?
pie news.
Get By News.
I like Get Pie News.
Get By News.
That's a damn good
Maybe I
piece
should
of
start
pie.
calling it the. Maybe I should start calling it the Heard That News.
Heard that?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. Everything's
Worst
so weird right now.
ever. Worst
Oh
ever.
my gosh. Okay, real quick. So I can't believe you didn't put this on here. The Switch officially sold 10 million units
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
first 9 months.
I was trying to keep it short tonight. Sorry.
Okay. Switch sold 10 million units,
That's
which
a
is
lot.
pretty crazy for only it being on sale for 9 months.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So
What a
terrible,
great comeback to the story for Nintendo.
unbelievable.
Right?
It's awesome. I love it. So the California fires are what's going on. 90,000 people have been evacuated. 55,000 homes have been destroyed, and who knows how many acres. Justin Bieber said he was going to try to help the victims as much as possible, along with Lady Gaga and I think somebody else. I forgot who it was.
That's cool.
So
Awesome.
it's good for him.
That's good. Yeah.
Good for them. The Billboard charts and year-end charts are in. I don't know how to
Sharon.
Sharon. There we go.
Sharon.
He's
That weird ginger kid.
he's the top artist of the year.
But he did not get
Interesting.
nominated for
Really,
any
put out
Grammys
a
whatsoever.
lot.
Did
I was
not.
going to say, I don't feel like there was a lot of them, but okay.
In Kendrick Lamar's new album, Damn, got the top spot for.
Sweet.
So that's
I love
good.
the Farouk thing there. That was good.
That's good. Okay, and HQ Live, which is an awesome online trivia show. Well, not online, but mobile trivia
Is it
show.
finally coming to Android?
It's not on Android. It
No,
really
it's
isn't
on
on Android.
Mm,
They made a joke about that. It was really today.
Yeah, it's not on Android because Gary Whitta
Wow.
plays it. He's the writer from Rogue One.
Okay.
And he's now on Kind of Funny.
Yeah.
He was talking about people playing it the other day, and I went to look at it. I'm like, yeah, it's not on Android yet.
I thought that was a joke. I didn't know
it's
that.
not on Android yet.
Wow. Okay. So on Sunday night, if you're on Apple, they gave away a total of $20,000, $10,000. They did 2 games back to back, $10,000 each game. Which the second game was actually a surprise game. No one knew about it. So use my code Blacktimus Prime, by the way.
Why?
So between the 2 games, they had over almost 1 million people play.
That's crazy.
Have
Which
you
is
ever
nuts.
actually won any money?
Oh, the closest I ever got was 8 questions right because they do 12. So it's tough. It's
How
very
many
tough.
do you have to get in order to win anything?
12.
Oh, you have to get
and
all
if
12?
no one gets all 12 questions right, the money rolls over.
Rolls over. That's
But
cool.
they just did I don't know why they gave away $10,000. And real quick, I just want to point out net neutrality, whatever, is it's happening in about a few days. Let's make sure that we stay informed about that and talk to and mail your senators.
Yes. You
about
don't
that.
want to pay extra to
You
go
don't
to
want-
Attractions Magazine
Yeah.
and read all the news stories that I write.
That is true.
And you don't want to pay extra to go on YouTube and watch our video version
That's
of the
true.
podcast.
And what's really cool, you
So-
can actually do like an automated thing on Twitter where it will tweet out on was it Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Like every 10 minutes where it like overflows like with a hashtag and whatnot. It's gonna
That's
tweet. It's
cool.
gonna tweet from my account every
Yeah.
10 or 12 minutes.
How do you do that?
Yeah, I'll
That's
have to see if I
cool.
can find it out the
Yeah,
other day.
please tell me I'll do that.
So stay informed. It's very important. If you don't want to have
Call
slow
your
internet speed,
representatives.
yes. So if you're watching this right now, Disney could be like, or Universal could be like, they didn't talk about us, and then pay companies to be like, slow down Attractions
Yeah.
YouTube page. So
Yeah. They talk about. They say that all we have is simulators.
Oh, we have a simulator. Screw them. So
Didi says to break everything, to destroy everything.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, call your representatives, tweet, post,
be
do
loud.
everything.
So, yeah,
Be loud.
it's very
Because
important.
that's how Obamacare was passed again instead of being shut down. So I'm pretty yeah, didn't people speak out and call their representatives about that? No?
You mean for good things or bad?
For good things. Because they were supposed to get rid of it, right? I don't know. It's confusing. Wasn't that how that happened?
It just wasn't.
Oh,
done
not
away
get
with.
passed, but it just hasn't
Well, it
went
just
away.
wasn't done.
Okay.
Yeah, it just
Okay.
hasn't
I
went
was
away.
confused. Like I kind of like Obamacare. I mean, it's not perfect.
No, I'm not.
But, okay.
No, I don't.
Well, let's
mean
not
it
get
negatively.
political. I don't want to get political.
Not political, but yeah,
Yeah.
but now it's not mandatory anymore. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but anyway, but besides that, so yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into topic of the show.
Are you ready?
Yeah. These are the frozen tots because we're gonna make them real quick. Your tots frozen tots.
Oh, I just wasn't sure when you were done. That's all.
All right.
Put them in the oven.
So last week we talked very little about it, at least messing with Brittany the entire time about how bougie her trip to Disneyland was. Pinkies up, everybody. So Brittany, a couple weeks ago, you went to Disneyland.
Yes.
And you did some stuff.
I did a lot of stuff.
Tell us about that stuff.
Well, I flew in Wednesday and got to check into the hotel, stayed at Paradise Pier. It was very nice. The rooms are huge. And we also got a park-facing room for paying for the standard rate, which is pretty sick.
That's good.
Yes.
I got to see Mission Breakout from my bed every day that I was there.
That's
So
pretty cool.
That was
Now,
pretty awesome.
From your window, like, is there like a balcony or anything, or is it just the window itself?
It was just the window itself.
Oh, okay.
Like literally, if Paradise Pier was here, there was a street, and then California Adventures right there.
Cool.
That was really cool. And then Thursday was our first day in the parks. We did Disneyland all day and got to see everything. We got to ride everything. We did Max Pass, which was my first time using their new Fast Pass system, which if you guys don't know what Max Pass is, you pay $10 and you buy it through the Disneyland My Disney Experience app. And it's $10 a day, and you can make Fast Passes for almost any ride. I think there are a few exclusions like Peter Pan's Flight and stuff that you
Why
can't.
is that so popular?
that
I
you
don't
can't-
Because
understand
it's a
it.
great ride.
I didn't get to ride that. That was the one
What?
Fantasyland
That sucks because
ride
they
that I
did
didn't
some
get
cool
to do.
stuff with that.
They did at Disneyland?
Well,
They
they
added
changed
projections
Yeah, they
and
added
stuff to
projections.
it.
Oh,
into
yeah, that's right. I
yeah.
forgot about that.
And then you also get all of your PhotoPass downloads for that particular day for free.
Oh, that's lit.
And
you
all
get
this
to-
is only $10?
Only
Yeah,
$10 a day.
incredible, right?
I was talking to Josh
Wow.
about it, and he thinks that's because they're testing, and that once it's deemed to be successful or not, if they keep
$100.
it, it'll raise the price. Yeah, but
$100 a day.
Right now it's $10.
They're
So
gonna make it like-
it's a
That's a good
really
deal.
good deal in my opinion, and it works very well. So you don't have to race to the Fast Pass kiosks, which I didn't know where any of them were, so that wouldn't have helped me at all. Because they're all each for their respective ride, like near their ride. So, like,
Yeah.
if you wanted to ride Radiator Springs Racers, you would have to run
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
you
back
have
of
to go
California
straight there.
Adventure
Oh,
to
wow.
even ride it.
So, what was the first thing that you were like, hey, I want to go do this? Like when you walked inside Disneyland?
We went and rode Space Mountain first.
That's the
Was that your priority? Was it like-
cyberspace or whatever, right?
Our priority was to do all of the like main e-ticket rides that would have the longest waits first, because we were resort guests, so we had extra magic hours in the mornings.
Cool.
Oh,
for
snap,
some of
they
the
do
days
that
we were
too.
there. Yeah, so Thursday we were able to get into Disneyland Park at 8, and it opened, or no, at 7, and it opened at 8, I think. So they walked us all the way up to the end of Main Street, and I like stood at the ropes and cried for a little bit looking at the castle for the first time. It's got a whole different vibe over there.
Really?
It's so
But you had
different.
to squint.
Yeah. Well, I was closer than most get because we were like at the front.
You had to
'cause it was-
squint to see it? I'm confused.
It's only
It's
75
very small.
feet tall.
Oh, okay.
The castle?
It's like a house. It's like a large house.
Oh,
Are you
I
serious?
had no
Because
idea.
our castle's 199 feet tall. This one's 75 feet tall.
I had no
What?
idea. It was
I didn't know it's small. It looks it looks so
it's
big.
tiny. But you
Oh.
can walk inside. It's a walkthrough
It's
attraction.
so cool.
It's a walk-in. It's a
It's a
walk-through
walk-
attraction.
the story
walkthrough
of Sleeping
attraction
Beauty.
telling the story of Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, kind of like
it's so pleasant.
kind of like
It's
a
really
Swiss
cute.
Family Treehouse type deal. Okay,
Yes.
Oh,
that's cool.
And theirs is
but
better
we,
there
like-
too because it has Tarzan. Sorry.
Yes, there's a Tarzan treehouse over there too, and all the music is like
Phil-
jungle.
Phil Collins stuff.
Yeah, it's Phil Collins stuff, but
plays-
it's like
it plays the
jungle
song.
marimba stuff. Like, yeah.
You'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in. You're not gonna sing with me? You're done?
I don't know. the
I'm
rest of the
surprised
song.
Banks wasn't like, stop. We can only do like 8 seconds.
Yeah, because I hit the key, especially. Yeah.
No.
But we did that. We rode Space Mountain. Space Mountain at Disneyland. Holy crap. Because I got to ride the regular one because they had just taken away Hyperspace Mountain. Oh my God. I was floored by how good that roller coaster was.
It's good.
It's phenomenal. I didn't know what I was expecting.
Is
but
it bumpy?
no. It's
Oh, so it doesn't
smooth.
hurt.
There are screens
So
in the
smooth.
tunnel.
Yeah.
And oh boy, it's just good.
Oh, so it doesn't.
And
it
it's a
doesn't.
2-seater
Hmm.
instead of a slalom style ride.
So it definitely doesn't hurt.
And then right after that, we did the new Star Tours because we hadn't done the crate sequence yet.
Okay.
Is it the same
So we-
stuff?
Right now, you go to Jakku, and then you go to Crate, and then Batu.
That's how
But
it
you
is,
might
yeah.
get a
Yeah.
transmission from
We did it.
Poe, or you might get
Maz.
like
Maz. Yeah.
Maz. Yeah,
Which did you get, Maz or Poe?
I got Poe went in Disneyland, and then we went to Hollywood Studios last night, and I got Maz.
Which opening scene did you get?
opening scene was Kylo for both.
For both.
Yeah.
We didn't get Kylo.
What'd you get?
Well, we got Ray.
I've never gotten Ray. I've only gotten
Never
Kylo.
gotten Ray. What
Yeah.
the heck?
Yeah, it's Ray at the Millennium Falcon and BB-8 there. And it's really,
Oh my god!
I think the coolest part was that it's
again.
all the new First Order stormtroopers rather than the Imperial ones.
Yeah.
And then after that,
They're like
we
phasing away the old
And
guard.
Kylo has like the executioner ones with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After that, we just kind of did little rides around. I did Indiana Jones twice. I can't believe that ride is over 20 years old. Blows my.
It's
freaking-
still good.
The
It's
best
still
ride.
I know
it
it's the
still
same-
holds up.
Dude.
That's my favorite
Really?
ride ever.
What shocked me was like the
That it's the same exact track
size.
as Dinosaur?
Yes, but just
Yeah,
the
it's crazy.
size of the building. Because once you get to like the Temple of Doom, like tunnel part, it's so big. You have 3 different scenes happening in that one space at the same time.
That's crazy.
That's
And
so
then it's
lit.
Awesome.
Just it's big, and that's one of the things that I really loved about the Disneyland park rides. Pirates is big, Indiana Jones is big, Space Mountain feels bigger. Everything is just built with so much more care and size, and just Pirates is really good too.
I always say quality is Disneyland, quantity is Disney World.
Amen. I'm a true believer now. And then Friday, Friday we did Disneyland Park again to just do everything else that we didn't do. Tried to ride Big Thunder Mountain and got evac'd off of it, but I got to walk the Big Thunder
I
Trail.
say I'd rather do that anyway.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they
What?
walked us on Big Thunder Trail. We had breakfast at Carnation Cafe, like Wall used to do, and then we rode in the horseless carriage that he used to drive around. the
Oh, that's
park.
cool. Yeah, I saw pictures of you guys doing that. That's
And
really cool.
then we took pictures in all the old like Main Street vehicles and had dinner at Blue Bayou with the dining package for Fantasmic. And let me tell you guys, if you're trying to see the good Fantasmic at Disneyland, you got to do the dining package. Okay, you got to do it because one, if you do the first showing at Blue Bayou, you get seated in the very middle of the viewing area in the very front. So you get to be front and center for everything. But if you do the second show, they mix the Bell Terrace or the Lily Bell
River
Terrace
Bell
or
Terrace.
whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna say the
They mix
peons?
that. They mix that and the Blue Bayou together, so you kind of just have a huge. I'm not gonna tell this if you're gonna keep
sorry.
making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
And then they give you butt cushions that you get to take.
You get butt
home.
cushions?
You get butt cushions that are monogrammed with like Blue Bayou or River Bell Terrace or whatever, and you get to take them home. And it has Fantasmic on one side and the restaurant on the other. You get to take them with you.
That's pretty
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And they give
then-
the do they give the general public ones that say peon on it?
No, they get to stand behind us.
Wait, they stand?
They stand, yeah. It's sitting for people that
Wha-
get to sit in the front for
What?
the dining package, and then everyone else just
Do you,
stands.
do you know where it happens at?
Do you-
It's their river. You know how we have the river that runs where we have the Mark Twain?
Yes, the Mark
We have
Twain.
the Mark Twain that goes by right by Haunted Mansion. That's where their Fantasmic happens.
It's like
is
Pirates
on
Really?
that
Lair
river.
and
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer.
And it's
Tom
awesome
Sawyer
because part
Island.
of the show is the Columbia, which is a pirate ship. They have a pirate ship that goes around their river.
It's it's a whole
And
Pirates of the
Peter Pan
Caribbean
and
We do have
Captain
the-
Hook fight on
now.
it.
The bad
I have
Fantasmic.
videos.
We
I'll
have a
show you.
stadium.
Yeah, but we don't have a giant Pirates of the Caribbean section with acrobats and skeleton pirates and
Well,
Jack Sparrow.
Can you
and-
buy delicious chicken tenders at the
Yeah.
stadium where you
Hey.
watch Fantasmic? No, I
with
do
our
not think
trash
that.
bag dragon? No, what amazes me is that they have they have a giant
Hater.
Maleficent dragon animatronic that stays in the island, like Tom Sawyer Island stays in the ground all day,
Sleeping
and then
all
during that
day.
sequence of Fantasmic, it comes out of the ground. So it's stored underground. It's like 20 feet tall. It's huge. I don't know how they get it so smushed down to be underground like that. People walk on top of it every day. It's amazing.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
So
But-
what was your favorite thing when you were out there?
My favorite thing, probably Fantasmic, just because it was so good. And I was such a fan of the one here just because the music is so triumphant and cool and it's very nostalgic. But seeing an actual good, like, care put into it, production, it was everything. I also really loved getting to dress up and stuff. Eating at Carthay was really a cool experience because we had a very passionate server who like told us the whole story of the Carthay and everything and was just like very into it. And the food was amazing, really good, worth the money. I wish I could have seen the regular World of Color instead of Seasonal Light because it was very like mellow, very chill.
This
So
is
for them-
the season what?
They have a seasonal World of Color show called Season of Light, and it's very
Oh.
chill, very Christmassy. So it's not the traditional Wonderful World of Color thing. It's all Christmas stuff.
Oh, wait a minute.
I would have complained.
Did you do Nightmare?
Yeah, I did. It was cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
wanna see it
And
so
the whole
bad.
ballroom
too.
section
Me too.
smells like gingerbread, and they have a new gingerbread house every year that they make. This year was Oogie Boogie themed.
That's so cool.
Oogie boogie.
And then the Hatbox Ghost had a Christmas hat on his
Really?
decapitated
That's
head.
so good.
I
Oh
wanna go to
my
Disneyland.
gosh.
Let's
Me
go to
too.
And
Disneyland.
then there's
Let's do
like
it.
tinsel and stuff all around it. It was so cute. And everything is decorated over there. Like everything was decorated. And then characters just roam around by themselves. Because when we were
I just don't have to worry about being attacked like they do here.
well, no, it's just so relaxed and stuff. Like we were walking around the Disneyland Hotel because we had gotten there too early to check in. So we went and explored the Disneyland Hotel and the Grand Californian, and we were sitting in this like mid-century modern living room diorama that was in the Disneyland Hotel, and Pluto just like walks over and hangs out with us and takes pictures in this little living room area.
They actually do that at Pop Century too, or
Yeah.
Art of Animation. I mean, when we were over there touring, this was a couple months ago for the vlog. God, I can't remember who it was that walked in there, but yeah, we were just hanging around. Like they have like right in this. As soon as you walk in, they have like a little like corner hub area. They have some arcade games, and I can't remember which character came in, but some character came in and started like messing with me as I'm playing Galaga or whatever it was over there. I'm like, wait, what the heck is going on here?
And then we got to meet Thor and Loki, which was everything.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we got to meet Thor and Loki, and my boyfriend was like, "Hey, I love you, but I'm gonna need a picture with Loki by myself."
I would have done the same thing.
Oh yeah, I would have done the same thing too.
And it was really funny because like he walked up, and then like Thor and Loki came over and like shook our hands and stuff, and then he was like, "I don't want to insult you, Thor, but I'm only here for your brother." And then Thor was like, "Fine," and then like held his arm out to me, and then we went off to the side. And then he looked over at Loki, and he was like, "Brother, you can take his arm because you're wearing a dress."
That's
I
pretty
was
funny.
like holding onto Thor's arm while we were walking, and I was like, "That's too real." That's funny.
That's funny. Oh, that's awesome.
But it was
wanna
good. It
do a
was
Disneyland.
so much fun. I really love California Adventure. I'm really upset that they're changing it to Pixar Pier because it's so cute. And if you go at any time, highly recommend going for Christmas just so you can see Viva Navidad because that was wild.
Yeah, I saw. I think it was Arena was talking about on Facebook or whatever the other day how much she loves that show.
Viva Navidad is amazing. I was all over my Snapchat when I was there. They have like street performers, and this is the only time you can meet the Caballeros and everything. And they have like Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy all in their like Mexico like Viva Navidad outfits. And I'll show you guys videos. I saved all my Snapchats.
All right, well, we'll talk more about this another time. We're gonna try and cut the podcast a little short tonight.
Cut it off.
We're done. Bang, see ya.
I don't want to talk about it anymore anyway.
But we're gonna go into really quick new releases for the week. So of course, movie wise, don't worry about the music this week. We'll be good. Movie wise, you got Ferdinand, which I'm probably gonna be number one at the box office, right? Probably John Cena. I mean, come on.
Not with
It
this
got nominated
competition.
for Best Animated Feature at the Golden Globes.
Sorry.
Of course, you have Star Wars, The Last Jedi coming out, which is you know for a fact
Who's-
it's gonna
Blue
destroy.
and Limes.
Whose bright idea was it to release Ferdinand? I remember this
know,
happened during Force Awakens.
I
where
feel bad
it
for anyone
happened.
who tries. Like, why does anyone even try?
Yeah,
Why
I
bother?
don't
But anyway.
know. That's a weird one. Don't even worry about TV this week. There's really nothing. Everything's going on. No holiday vacation. Right
Well, kinda.
now.
I
This
know
is like the
there's-
last week.
Yeah, this is last
Yeah.
week. And then as for video games,
PUBG, of course.
PUBG, and then I didn't know it was free. The Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7.
DLC.
Yeah, the Resident Evil 7. Well, I think the one is. I think the Chris Redfield, the not a hero stuff is free.
Yeah.
But the Zoe stuff, because it's what happens after Resident Evil 7 happens, the storyline. I can't remember. It's Zoe's. Oh man, I can't remember. Anyway, there's somebody that meets up with Zoe, and you find out what happened with Zoe after the game happens, and that's part of the season pass.
Okay.
But I can't wait to play that. I'm probably be playing that maybe sometime this weekend after Star Wars. I watch it 12
And
million
after you
different
play
times.
PUBG.
I'm not going to buy PUBG right now. I have too many games, and it's not on my list that I need to play right now. But really quick, we had one question from Matt Clark, the Mac Machine. He says, assuming that you guys will eventually do a top 5 movies of the year panel, my question this week is, what does Expansion Drive Christmas album sound like? Favorite Christmas songs?
I only have a couple. What is that song that's so jiggy at Candlelight Processional?
Oh, I can't remember. If Franco was here, she'd be able to tell you. Like, immediately.
That's a boogie down song.
Yeah, I do like that
Oh my
one.
God.
Other than that, I hate Christmas. I don't like any other song.
Oh my god.
Anything on the Phineas and Ferb Christmas CD is really good.
Oh, I like the
In Sync, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
I've heard
the
it 20
greatest
gazillion
song for the reason for the season. In Sync.
I really like the Hollywood Studios Christmas loop.
Okay.
What's that? I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you?
On the
Christmas
streets, they
loop
play the
that they
music
play
on
just
the
the music on the
streets.
street? Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
I like the song they used to do for the Macy's parade at Universal. Let your heart take flight on Christmas Day.
Oh, Lord.
And then Charlie Brown's Christmas. Wow. And Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Oh my god.
Christmas time is here.
You have to say it like this.
Oh yeah.
And then you
That's
can't
a-
go wrong with the far, far, I don't know.
Okay,
Well,
that's
for Christmas.
Rave. Yeah.
Get out of here, you nosy little pervert. I'm gonna slap you silly.
Oh, I don't really watch Home Alone now. So, Brittany, if anybody wants to follow you on the socials and see some of these
Yes.
pictures that you took at Disneyland, where can they follow you at?
You can follow me at Brittany Tuttle on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And you can see me on Early Night Live every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I haven't really posted pictures outside of Instagram, though, and my personal Facebook. But if you guys want to see those on Twitter, let me know. I'll tweet them.
All right. All right, Tori, where can everybody follow you?
On Instagram, it's at Boba Fox. On Twitter, it's at Tori Fett. You can catch my Blue Sky Beauty where I did a Hella and Grand Master tutorial a couple weeks ago, but I will have a very heavily The Last Jedi
Star Wars?
themed one coming out this week.
Wouldn't it be awesome if she said
please
Ferdinand
stay
instead?
tuned
Ferdinand.
for this. The movie that will dominate the box office, Ferdinand. Yes.
Didi.
She's going to have horns.
You can find me on all types of social media, except Facebook. Blacktimus Prime, BLAKTIMUS Prime, PRIME. Yeah.
Boo.
And of course, you can follow the show at AttractionsEXP on Twitter, and you can email us at expansiondrive@attractionsmagazine.com. Once again, we'd like to thank Amy Air Travel, Mouse Fan Travel, and Universal Fan Travel for sponsoring the show, and of course, Gaylord Palms for sending us out to
Thank you so
the Convention
much.
Center in recording the podcast, and going to check out, of course, Sounds of the Season concert series.
And
Ice, baby.
Like we said, ice is included with your ticket to the Sounds of the Season concert series. And again, they have a couple more shows coming up next Wednesday, the 20th. I'm sorry, first next Wednesday, or no, that's tonight.
No,
Sorry.
it's tomorrow. Tonight.
The podcast of misinformation.
Oh
Yes.
my
Oh my gosh.
God.
Yeah.
So sorry.
So Wednesday, the 13th, which is tonight, if you're listening to this right now, they have the Orlando Gay Chorus. Next week, Wednesday, the 20th, they have Voctive, and then on Thursday, the 21st, they're going to have the Orlando Philharmonic and the Orlando Ballet.
And Opera Orlando. This
Yeah.
is right there. Opera
Well,
Orlando.
that's going to be next week.
Yeah, next week though,
Yeah.
which is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I want to go.
So of course, like I said, that includes a ticket to Ice. So if you haven't been out to check out Ice yet, just go see both because
Come
it's
on, Ice.
awesome.
Time.
Whenever you
It's
can
awesome.
see live music, it's awesome.
And then
Chill
see a bunch of
out.
giant ice sculptures right after.
We're really excited, as you can tell, because we've never been before.
Yeah.
As always, from the good brothers and the good sister, Too Sweet
Get
Sisters.
hype.
sisters.